Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to yet another session on communication skills and soft skills. Continuing with our session, the last session that we did on etiquette and courtesy, we are going to cover a couple of other situations where you need to greet people or respond to people in certain situations and the correct manner of responding to those situations. Besides that, we have a lot more on common Indian errors. We have expressions, the most common expressions in English language for you, and a malady of a lot of interesting aspects of English communication, things which you need to know in order to be able to communicate more effectively with people. So let's move on with this session today, starting with answering to gratitude.
Yes. Answering to gratitude is something very important because gratitude, what are we trying to say with gratitude here?
It's like when someone expresses their thanks to you, how do you respond to them?
Okay, so you have to be grateful or what?
You have to show that you are grateful.
Okay.
I think that is what gratitude would mean.
To show that you're grateful.
Yes.
To show that you're thankful for something.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we mean by gratitude. Okay, so if I say thank you to you to help us with this wonderful session that we have planned for today, so how would you respond?
I'll say you're welcome.
You're welcome is the correct response here. You are welcome.
So anybody who says thanks or thank you, the correct response, immediate response should be you're welcome.
Is that for every situation that we should say you're welcome, or is it only in specific situations that we say thank you and you're welcome?
Anybody saying thanks to you, you can respond as you're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. You've been so helpful.
Not at all. Yeah.
Okay. So not at all.
Another way of putting it is like, someone is saying thank you, you've been so helpful, and I can say not at all. That means that it's all right, it doesn't really matter.
Does it mean that no, I have not been helpful at all, or what are we trying to say with not at all here?
Don't mention it. It's like do not mention. It's okay. I mean, it's no big deal.
It was no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what we mean?
Yes.
So thank you for your hospitality is our next here. So how would you respond to that?
I'll say you're welcome.
Again.
Yeah.
So in this situation as well, we can say you're welcome. Could we say not at all here as well? If I say hospitality, you would say not at all?
No. I won't be able to use that statement here.
Okay.
I'll have to say you're welcome.
You're welcome for, thank you for your hospitality. Hospitality meaning, if I go to someone's place or maybe they have been helpful and hospitable to me. Hospitable means, please let's not confuse it with
hospital.
Hospital? Yes, we have to make sure that the students also know hospital, hospitality, hospitable. The three words are different and what they each mean. I'm sure all of us teachers know what this means. Absolutely. Yes? Should we go further?
Yes.
Apologizing. A big problem. Sometimes people don't know or want to apologize for something that they do. But I think it's something that we all should readily do if we do something wrong or feel that we have done something wrong.
Yes. In fact, this is a problem with most of the people because of the ego issue.
Absolutely.
Even if you go wrong, you don't want to say you're sorry.
Yes.
So, first thing is that if you want any relationship, to continue and to be healthy, you have to learn to apologize if you go wrong. So, there's no harm in saying that you're sorry.
Absolutely. So I think also in taking a step towards making a better society, we should apologize if we do something wrong on the road, in the street, in the market, if you cut someone's way, if you step on someone's toes.
Yes.
Apologizing. I think we should, as teachers, inculcate this habit of apologizing and saying thank you and welcome in each of our students. It will go a long way. So in apologizing, if we have a sentence here on our screens, it says, "Hey Gurpreet, that's my book."
Sorry, I thought it was mine.
Simple. That's all it takes. A little word as sorry goes a long way, as we've said. So I said, "Hey Gurpreet, that's my book." Meaning that someone else has taken my book, and you responded, "Sorry, I thought it was mine." Sorry. That's the word. You just don't need to say, "I thought it was mine." That shows a bit of aggression if I don't say the sorry there.
True.
So, yes. So the next sentence that we have on the screen, it says, "Hello."
Have I woken you up?
That could have been the case some hours ago, but in this case we'll just see, hello, have I woken you up is what she asked me, and I should reply, yeah, I was sound asleep.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Simple, I am sorry, or sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. Yes, simple sentences that show our apologizing, yes?
Yes, which is very important. As Ashish said, that even in our day-to-day life, suppose on the road, so often I see people, they park their car on the wrong side of the road, or they park it, in the parking lot where it blocks the other cars. And, when you talk to them about it, they're aggressive about
Absolutely.
it rather than being sorry about it. So these are the basic etiquette that anybody has to have, that you need to apologize when you go wrong, even to a stranger. It's not important to apologize just to people you know. But if you go wrong, even on the road, on the street, in any public place, anything wrong that you do, you need to apologize even to strangers.
You need to apologize. It's a basic etiquette that we need to make sure each of our students has it.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And it'll start from us.
From us.
Once we do it and the students notice us doing it, I think that's when it's going to come into them.
Yes.
Even, I think it's all, you have to kind of sensitize them, but also it has to be done by setting an example.
I remember it was in one of the trainings that I did, and it took me, I was doing something else, and it took me 2 minutes to come to class. I was 2 minutes too late. And I did apologize to the students, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm 2 minutes late. And the students looked at me in bewilderment, because they had never had that. Nobody had ever apologized for coming 2 minutes too late. And they said, but it's just 2 minutes. Even if it's 2 minutes, it's just, an apology is something that we need to do. It starts from us.
Exactly. Okay. Let's move on and see what we have. There is an activity here.
Wonderful.
Okay? It is about how we will apologize, or how we would react to certain situations. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the exercise that you can
Yes.
see on your screen.
Yeah.
So, hey, you're sitting on my favorite chair.
I'm sorry.
Now that is my favorite chair, and she is sitting on it. But as you saw and as you heard, she automatically, her response came automatically saying, I'm sorry. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing. So would you apologize for the next sentence that I can read? That's my seat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Many times you have the situation in a bus, or in a hall, in a examination hall, or anywhere where
Exactly.
someone can say, that's my seat, and you just say, oh, I'm sorry. That's it. I want your shirt and dark glasses.
Well, I'm really sorry, I don't want to give them to you. This response doesn't call for I'm sorry, but yeah, if I don't want to give it to you, I will say, yes, I'm sorry, I don't want to share.
Absolutely. As you can see here in this sentence, you can still use I am sorry. What are you doing here? You're just being polite. You don't need to apologize to someone who wants your things, but it's just being polite. Politeness is something that we need to inculcate in all our students as well. So, I want your shirt and dark glasses. You don't have to give your shirt and your dark glasses, or for that matter, anything that you don't want to give anyone.
Exactly.
But you respond by saying, I am sorry, I don't think I want to give it to you. Yes? Join us for lunch.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes? You don't apologize. Or if you didn't have the time,
Then I would say, I'm sorry.
then
I
you would
can't.
say,
Yes.
I am sorry, I can't. I'm afraid I don't have the time. Is another way of apologizing. I'm afraid. You're really not afraid. You use the word afraid as
An apology?
An apology, yes,
Yeah,
as an
yeah.
apology. I'm
I'm
afraid.
afraid I can't do this,
I'm
or I'm
afraid I
afraid
can't
I
do
can't meet you at this time, or
Yes.
whatever, because
Yes.
it just says that I'm sorry, I'll not be able to do that. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
you can
afraid-
use this expression. I mean, try and use this expression the next time when any of your friends or anybody asks you that, let's go out or let's meet at this time. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, you can say, I'm afraid I won't be able to do this because I have this work. Okay, so try and use this expression.
different expressions just
yes.
for to convey the same message. This next sentence we have here is, ouch, you stepped on my foot.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. So many times that happens. People step on your foot or on a shoe. You give them a look like, you just stepped on my foot and my foot is aching, and they just look at you and they go away. They don't even apologize. Well, I'm saying it from experience. It happened to me just this morning. Now, ouch, you stepped on my foot. And the response should always be,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. Or I'm sorry, it happened. Something, or just an I'm sorry would also be good.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. The idea is to express that
Absolutely.
you regret what happened.
A regret
right?
has to be expressed.
Yeah. Okay. Refusing an invitation. Okay. When someone invites you to do something, how can you refuse the person politely? That's also important. Even if you can't do something or you can't accept an invitation, how would you really refuse it without offending the other person?
Yes.
Okay. So suppose, Ashish, I ask you, would you like to have a cold drink?
And I have to refuse it. A general response that you might hear sometimes is no. Yes, but you can say it so much better. She said, would you like to have a cold drink? I would say, if I want to refuse, I'd say, no, thank you. Yes, no, thank you. Or you could again use, I'm afraid, you could say, I'm afraid I have a sore throat. Or I'm afraid I have diabetes, I cannot have a cold drink. Yes, a cold drink. Yes,
or I'm on diet.
Or I'm on a diet, exactly. I'm afraid I'm on a diet, I can't have a cold drink. Anything. So this I'm afraid can be used in many different ways. Try using it in your speech. Yes?
Okay. Do you want to see the match on Sunday?
Sorry, but I'm going with my classmates is the answer that we've given you here. Sorry, but I'm going with my classmates.
Or you can say with your colleagues, in your case, in the case of teachers.
In the case of teachers, you can say, I'm going with my colleagues, I'm going with my friends, I'm going with my family, I'm sorry. Yes? But don't just start the sentence with, I'm going with my classmates or I'm going with my colleagues. That sounds very rude. We're trying to get politeness into the picture here. Yes.
Let's go shopping.
I'm afraid I can't. I have to set the papers. Something that all you teachers have to do a lot. Yes? I'm afraid I can't. I have to set the papers. Would we be able to say I'm sorry here as well? I'm sorry I can't.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
perfect.
I'm sorry I can't.
Okay,
exactly.
Good. So we can use either I'm sorry or I'm afraid.
So this is just a polite way of refusing an invitation, rather than, because someone is inviting you over for something. If you just blatantly refuse the person, that may hurt the person's feelings. So it's always better to soften your refusal by adding the courtesy words like I'm afraid or I'm sorry or thank you, but I can't do this.
It's a sort of cushioning the blow.
Yes, exactly. Okay, now coming to accepting someone's apology. How do you respond in this situation? Someone says, I'm sorry. And what do you say?
It says here, don't worry. Or it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes?
Sorry, I had your coffee.
Why? No, that should not be the answer. The answer should be, never mind, I'll get another cup. Yes? Or if you want to pick a fight, you say, never mind, go get me another one. Yes? But no, we're not trying to pick a fight here. We're trying to be more polite.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you.
It doesn't matter. I'm not busy at all. Yes? Even if you're busy, if you're very, very busy and somebody says, oh, I'm sorry to bother you, have that situation many times.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, you're setting papers, but someone really urgently needs to speak with you. Yes? I'm sorry to bother you. You can say, it doesn't matter, although, and then you can finish it, although I just have 1 minute, although I just have 2 minutes. In that way, you tell the person you just have a few minutes to spare for that person, although you are extremely busy. Yes? But it doesn't matter should be the beginning of the sentence. Yes?
So these are little things you can do in your day-to-day life. Next time any student comes to you and says, ma'am, I'm sorry, just say, it's okay, don't worry.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sorry I've not been able to complete my classwork or homework. If you understand that maybe he was in a particular situation, you can say, it's okay, don't worry.
Yes, exactly. And also that you have to make sure that the students are using this amongst each other.
Yes.
Yes, if someone's taken something from someone without his or her permission, or has stepped on someone's toe, or is sitting in someone's seat, make sure the person says thank you or sorry, whatever is required in that situation. The appropriate response.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's again a little activity. It is about choosing the correct response in different situations, because we've already covered so many situations. And we have looked at the different kind of responses that you can give to these situations. So we'll just go ahead and do a little check on our understanding now. Okay.
Exactly.
So
Let me do. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I will try to keep on connecting all the sounds and pronunciations and also pronunciation rules that we've done already. Like the word we have here, appropriate. Please get the per correct and the ate at the end to say appropriate and not appropriate. Not appropriate, but appropriate. Yes? Some things that we need to carry on linking back to all the things that we have done. Sorry to have interrupted you.
No,
Let's
not at
go
all.
ahead.
Very important, because ultimately we have to learn how to speak better English.
Absolutely.
All this effort is going towards that direction itself. So, whatever we're reading here, or whatever you can see on your screen, the idea is that you should be able to pronounce it well.
And all the modules have been made in such a way that they're not solitary modules, all linked together to give us a bigger picture of good communication. And this is something that you all should be doing in class as well. If you have this on your screen and the word appropriate comes, you as teachers, please go ahead and ask the students maybe, how would you say this word? We've done the rules, we've done the sounds, how would you say it? Just simple as that.
Good. So, I'll just give you a situation, Ashish,
Okay.
and I'll give you options.
Okay.
And you have to tell me how would you respond.
Okay.
To attract someone's attention, would you say, come on, as I was saying, or excuse me?
Well, I think to attract someone's attention, I just need to look at them. But in the present situation, come on, as I was saying, or excuse me, I think I would choose the last option. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
correct.
the correct
of
option?
course.
Okay.
So often, when there is, suppose you are even in a public place, or when you go to order something in a restaurant,
Yes.
or you want to call the waiter, you always say, excuse me. Yeah?
Yes.
So that's how you attract someone's attention.
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me.
To start a conversation, will you say, as I was saying, hello, or in your case?
Oh, in your case, I'll say hello. No, but I can just say to start a conversation, we should generally always begin with a hello. Yes?
Yeah, of course, any situation you think about yourself in any situation where you are outside of your home, you want to kind of start speaking to someone, you will start with hello. Yeah,
Absolutely. A hello.
even on the phone.
Even
I
on
think
the
that
phone.
that's how you'll start.
Absolutely.
How would you express approval? You'll say definitely not, well done, or shut up.
Oh, to express approval, I think it should be well done. Is that it?
Exactly.
Yes. Well done.
One word which you can use a lot as teachers in your class.
Well done.
Yeah, because sometimes we give up so much on our own students. We really, don't appreciate those little things that they may be doing, because maybe they're not really doing very well in the academics at times. So even little things, if you appreciate in your students or in your children, by just saying well done, that can really encourage them to be better.
Especially when we do communication in English and we're doing sounds, is something that we need to use this a lot, because if a student gets a particular sound and you just say well done, the student gets charged to get on and put in the same amount of effort to get the other sounds as well. So this is a very important word for us. Well done.
For all of us.
Yes.
I feel very good if someone tells me even now that it was well done. Whatever you
Yes.
did was well done.
Yes.
And I really, really get encouraged to do better.
Absolutely.
Everybody likes to hear that word.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. To know that you understand something, to show that you understand something, what will you say? Of course, be careful. To sum up.
To show that you understand something, I think it should be to sum up or be careful. I'm quite confused here. Could you help us
Think
here?
about it, Ashish. When you understand something, we are talking, and you do want to show that yes, you are with me on that.
Oh, so
Okay.
of course.
Exactly.
That's
what you
that's
will
what it
say?
has to be.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay. And when someone sneezes, what would you say? Pardon, bless you, or excuse me?
Well, sometimes I might just say excuse me, but if someone sneezes, you should say bless you. Yes.
And when you sneeze,
then I would always say excuse me.
exactly. So when you sneeze in public, I mean,
Every time.
every time.
Every time.
Tell me, Ashish, if I'm all alone, who's going to excuse me if I...
Well, if you believe in God, then God is the one who has to excuse you, and He's the one who has to bless you as well. So yes.
Okay, so you do say excuse me.
It's
When you sneeze and when someone else sneezes. Sneeze का मतलब हम जानते ही होंगे. I think
छींकना.
it's छींकना.
Yes.
Right? So when you sneeze, you say, excuse me, and when someone else sneezes, you say, bless you.
and it has
Okay?
to be such a conditioned response, as
Yes.
we say in psychology.
It has to
that
just come with the
it has
sneeze,
to
you
come
know.
with the sneeze. The next thing you have to say is excuse me, or even while sneezing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now let's move on to another very interesting part of the session.
Yes.
A lot of us find it difficult to give directions. When people ask us for directions, we go wrong, and that confuses the other person as well.
Yes.
That as to where the person goes. It has happened with me many times. I have stopped to take directions and I've gone the wrong way after that. So how to give directions properly, how to use the prepositions to be able to express this thing that where a person has to go. So a lot of prepositions will come in whenever you're talking about giving directions. So what I want you to do is look at the map on
That we
your
have
screen.
on the screen right
Yes.
now.
Look at the map carefully, and we are going to ask you certain questions. You have to tell us whether it is true or false.
Let's take
Okay.
a look at the map on your screens now.
Explain it.
The map on your screens, as you can see, says giving directions. Yes. On top you have a green belt park. Below that is a highway. Yes. Then we have three. There's a post office to your left. There's a beauty parlor, a gymnasium, a bus stand. Between the post office and the beauty parlor we have a green street. Below the post office we have school and auditorium. Yes. On the right hand side of the green street we have the beauty parlor on top, the gymnasium, below that a parking lot, and below that a stadium. Next to it, to the left, is a blue road, and next to the blue road on top is a bus stand, a market, a hospital, and a temple. Yes, these are just general things that we've put in on this map here. This is a very good activity also, I think, as you just mentioned, while doing prepositions.
Yes.
To give directions, giving directions. Yes? Maybe you can make a map like this and get the students to make a chart like this as well. Maybe of your own city. That way they'll also get to know their city very well and be able to give directions in the city.
Yes, exactly.
That's a very good activity. So,
or at least they can make a map giving directions to their school.
absolutely.
Yeah, from home to school. They can create a map
Yes.
around that.
We can begin with home to school, home to the market, and then carry on making a bigger map of the entire city. And that way, maybe your students will also discover something new about the city.
Yes.
Yes?
So take a good look at the map, and now we're going to start with the questions. So make sure that we'll keep showing you the map. Once I ask you the question, we'll show you the map.
Yes, we'll go back and
Yeah.
forth between the
Yeah.
questions and the map so that you can take a look and maybe tell us how you would best give the directions.
So starting with the first statement, the Greenbelt Park is across the highway from the bus stop.
So the Greenbelt Park is across the highway from the bus stop.
Let's take a look whether that's true or false.
Is the Greenbelt Park
Across the highway
from the bus stop? Is it true or is it false? The Greenbelt Park, yes, it's true, is across the highway from the bus stand.
Exactly. So if you have to give directions to Greenbelt Park, you will say it's across the highway from the bus stand.
Bus stand.
Right.
Across. Across is the word that we are using here. Across.
Yes.
Yes. Not on the other side, because on the other side could be any side for someone. Facing which direction you don't know. Yes. Across means on the other side. Yes.
The bus stop is behind the market on Blue Road. The bus stand is behind the market on Blue Road. Let's see if that's true.
Is
The bus stop is behind the market on the Blue Road.
that true or is it false? Good. Yes.
It is not.
It is not.
No,
Is
it
it
is
true?
not behind the market.
It is not behind the market. It is.
Because the highway would be the main
Okay,
thing.
yes.
So you entering this sector, this block from the highway.
From the highway, you get into the
it
Blue
is in
Road.
front of the market.
It is
or
in
it's
front of-
before the market, rather,
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
It's before.
It's before the market. The bus stand is before the
Before the
market,
market.
from the highway.
Yes.
So when
Okay.
you're coming from the highway, the first thing you encounter is the bus stand.
Yes. The next one is the school is in front of the gymnasium. Okay, I missed one. The market is on Blue Road between the bus stand and the hospital. The next one is the market is on the Blue Road between the bus stand and the hospital. Let's see if that's true. The market
Is
on the Blue Road between the bus stand and the
Hospital.
hospital. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Exactly, because it is between the
It
bus
is.
stand and the hospital.
Yes.
So the prepositions used here are between.
Between.
Okay, it is between over here.
Yes.
So look at how the prepositions are being used: between, behind, on the highway, across the highway. So these are the kind of prepositions that you would use when you are giving directions to anyone. The next one is the school is in front of the gymnasium. The school is in front of the gymnasium. Let's see if that's true.
Okay. The school is
in front of the gymnasium.
I think in front of the gymnasium, as we see on the map here, is a parking lot or a highway.
It's in front, I think, would be the highway.
Yes.
And even, it's like this.
So the school is not in front of the gymnasium.
Yeah, it is not. There is, this is the parking lot which is in front of the school, right?
The school,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
Okay.
So it's
right.
not.
So
Yes.
that is false.
It's false.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at the next one. The post office is near the school.
Okay.
The post office is near the school. Is that correct? Can you see the post office which is near the school? Which
I
is
think
just,
so.
Just the
It's-
next building,
It's
right?
adjacent.
Yeah,
Yes.
adjacent.
Yes,
exactly.
it's adjacent to the school. The post office is adjacent to the school.
Yeah, so is that true?
That is
Yes.
true, yes.
Exactly. Okay, let's look at the next one. The beauty parlor is next to the gymnasium. The beauty parlor is next to the gymnasium. Is
The
that
beauty
so?
parlor is, yes, that's true, is next to the beauty parlor. The beauty parlor is next to the gymnasium. Yes.
Well, so you can go to the gymnasium and then you can go to the beauty parlor.
Okay.
And then you can go to the party.
Yes.
Okay, good. It looks like we do understand how to give directions
Absolutely.
with the help of prepositions.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the next one. The auditorium is opposite the school on Green Street. The auditorium is opposite the school on the Green Street. Do you think that's true? The auditorium is opposite the school on the Green Street. Is it
Is that-
opposite or next?
I think it's next, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's next to the school.
The school and not opposite. What is
Yes.
opposite the school is the parking lot on the Green Street, yes. So it's next to the school, the auditorium, and not opposite. So this is false.
So you can understand that if something is across the road, a main road or something, it'll be
Yes.
opposite. But if it is something which is adjacent, it'll not be opposite, it'll be
Next
to.
to.
So that's how you have to use these prepositions when you
Absolutely.
give directions. Let's look at one last one. This is, you can drive along the Green Street to the highway or to reach the highway. You can drive along the Green Street to reach the highway. Okay, so let's see if that is true. If we drive along the Green Street, Ashish, do we reach the highway?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we
we
do.
reach the
Exactly.
highway then. Yes.
Exactly. So you can drive along the road or you can walk along the road.
That's the correct
You
way
go
to say it.
across the road when you cross the road,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
And when you're walking with the road,
Then
as
you
the
walk-
road goes, it says you walk
Along.
along the road.
Yes.
Okay, very important. Just let me share this with you that in some of the companies, especially like to give you an example, with Wipro, they have a test where they
Okay.
check these things.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly these kind of things that they'll say, okay, will you go across the river or along the river?
Okay.
Okay, I walked across the river or I walked along the river. So what would be the correct preposition to use? So prepositions are checked by various organizations during the interviews and most of the students do go wrong while using prepositions.
Okay.
So very important. You learn to use, give directions. Next time when someone asks you for directions, if you think that person will be able to understand some bit of English, try and give directions or directions in English. Okay?
Absolutely.
Right. Now we come to another important aspect about how to tell time.
Yes, how to tell the time. This is a very simple exercise that we do, but many times we get it wrong because we make it too simple. There are just a few, I would say, good words that we can use to tell the time. Yes,
Exactly.
We all know how to read the hands of time. Yes, but
Yes.
let's just look at a few expressions here. How to tell the time.
Yes. What do you think is the time right now?
I think it's 5:10. Is that how you say it?
To put it in a better manner, I would say 10 minutes past 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a better way to say
Yeah,
it. Not
yes.
5:10, but 10 past 5 or 10 over 5. It can also be used.
Or
But
10 minutes?
past. 10 minutes past 5.
5, okay.
10 minutes
10
past 5.
I
10
think
past
would be
5 is the safest and the easiest
Yes.
way to use 10 past 5. Yes, but not 5:10. Yes, it's not 5:10. Please remember that.
Yeah. So remember that anytime, suppose you have to say 5 minutes past 5.
Yes.
Okay. If it's like 5 minutes past 5, you can say 5 minutes past 5 or 10 minutes past 5 or 20 minutes past 5. Okay.
Yes.
So whatever, you don't say 5:10 or 5:5. That's what you're
5:5
saying,
and
right?
5:10 is not the right
Not
answer
the right
response.
one.
Yes.
Okay. What about this one, Ashish?
So if that was 10 minutes past, would this be 10 to?
10 minutes to.
To?
Or,
Yes.
yeah, 10 minutes to
10 minutes to 7. Okay.
Yeah? 10 minutes to 7?
Okay.
That's how you say
we
this?
would say this.
Okay.
10 minutes to 7. Yes, it's 10 minutes to 7. Please don't get too complicated in telling the time, saying 5 minutes past 7:15. That's incorrect, yes.
Why can't we just say 10 to 7?
10 to 7 also says
It's fine, isn't
Absolutely
it?
fine. Absolutely fine.
10
10 to 7.
Because that's very simple. You can
Yes.
say 10 to 7.
Yes. You don't need to
Absolutely.
say 10 minutes to 7.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 7.
Exactly. What about this one, Ashish?
As it says here on the screen, we sometimes call this quarter past because the big hand has gone a quarter of the way round the clock. Yes, so it is a quarter past. Yes,
And this is quarter past?
quarter past 5.
5.
Yes,
Okay.
quarter past 5. So will we never say 5:15?
Doesn't sound that good. You can
Yes.
say 5:15, but the correct way of expressing it is quarter past 5.
I would
Yeah.
just go with the fact that we
Yeah.
should say a quarter past when we are talking about 15.
Exactly.
Because since we are not saying 5:10, we should also not say 5:15.
Exactly.
I think it's a quarter past 5 here.
Sawa paanch ko, what will
Exactly.
we say? Sawa paanch hue hai. We will say it's quarter past 5.
Quarter past.
Okay,
Please
sawa
remember,
char, quarter past 4.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever the big hand is on on this 3, that means 15 minutes are gone. That means 1/4 of an hour is gone.
Yes.
You will say quarter past. And please, the word sound, quarter.
Yes. We've done that QU together, gives us a W, so we have to say quarter. And not quarter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quarter.
Remember that, because if you say quarter,
Or quarter over, it's a quarter. Yes. As I said, keep reiterating the sounds anywhere is possible.
and what about this one, Ashish?
Okay, as it says on your screen here on the side, we call this half past. Yes, we call this half past because the big hand has gone halfway round and the little hand has gone halfway between the 2 hours. So this would be 7:30. Yes?
Saade saat.
7:30.
Yeah.
Half
how,
past
how
7.
do you say saade saat? Saade saat is 7:30.
7:30.
Saade chhe.
Half past 6. Yes, well, I got confused there for a minute.
And saade no.
9:30.
Okay, so
Is
how
that
do you
how we'd say?
I would say 9:30.
9:30 and not 9:30 or not 7:30 or not 6:30. Let's say half past.
Yes.
Yes?
And what about this clock?
Okay. The big hand is at 9 and the small hand is nearly at 12. Yes, it's nearly at 12, not at 12. So we call this quarter to. Yes, we call this quarter to because the big hand only has a quarter turn left until it gets to the next hour. So this would be a quarter to 12, because there is a quarter turn before 12 o'clock. Quarter to 12. Just the way we did quarter past an hour, of quarter past 5. This is a quarter to 12. Yes?
Okay. So I hope that we are able to understand that how to tell time.
Yes.
Okay, and how to give directions.
Yes.
Because both of these activities are something we do on everyday basis, I guess.
Absolutely.
There's not a day that might have gone by without someone asking you, so what's the time?
What's the time?
And from today, try and say, if you have to say like it's 3:30 or 2:30, or it's quarter to 1, or if it's 1:15, whatever. Try, instead of saying 1:30, try and say 1:30. Yeah?
Can we also use this time when we're talking about time, as in, can we meet in a quarter of an hour?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Or can we meet in half an hour?
In half an hour.
Or in an hour. You won't say, can we meet in 1 hour? You say, can we meet in an hour?
Excellent.
Yeah?
That's a good tip here. Please make a note of that. We will not say, let's meet in 1 hour. We'll say, let's meet
in an hour.
In an hour. Yes, let's meet in an hour. Let's meet in a quarter of an
Yes.
hour. Or we have a quarter of an hour break now. Let's start using these quarters, half pasts, or half in our everyday speech as well.
Exactly.
Whenever we are talking about time.
Exactly.
Yes.
And another important thing is, people go wrong when they are asked, what time would I meet you, or will I meet you for dinner, for example. So the person may say that I'll meet you at, or in the night.
Yes.
Okay. Now in the night is wrong.
Yes.
It's at night. Let's meet
At
night for dinner.
Yes.
Okay. But let's meet in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
For lunch.
Yes.
Okay, you don't say let's meet at afternoon for lunch. So you need to be very careful while using prepositions, especially in terms of time.
And also not just in afternoon I called you, in the afternoon. The
Yes.
afternoon has to be said in the afternoon, in the evening,
In the morning.
in the morning, and
But at
at
night.
night. Night always gets at. Okay?
So just please learn it as a rule. If you didn't know about it, it's always in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night.
At night. And
Always
never
remember that.
in the night. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now again, we had covered a bit of it earlier, Ashish.
Yes.
Common Indian errors that we all make, but we need to avoid.
Absolutely.
So it was more fun doing it, as you already covered some. So I have added some more because
Okay.
we keep hearing them all the time. So let's look at what are some other common Indian errors that all of us tend to make.
Like we had said in the last session as well, when we did common Indian errors, this is an activity that carries on building on your list. So make sure you have maybe a chart hanging in your class where you add these common Indian errors so that the students can keep looking at it and correcting themselves. Yes?
Yes.
This is a very good activity to have.
And you can always, once you get into this kind of training, you'll have to be really listening into people.
Absolutely.
And understanding, you'll have to understand what kind of errors they make, and you have to keep making your own notes. You have to sensitize your students about any kind of errors that they might be making, because
Yes.
you are there with them.
Yes.
Okay? But these are some common ones which I've heard from many, many people. So Ashish, what would you say about the first one? Where are you speaking from? What's wrong with that one?
Now, well, just generally, where does one speak from? From Jalandhar or Phagwara or Muktsar? No. Or what is it? Where does one speak from?
From the mouth.
From the mouth. Yes,
Okay.
if somebody said, where are you speaking from? My automatic response always is, well, from where I always speak, my mouth. And then people just look at me crazy because they're like, what? Where are you speaking from? And I said, well, still from my mouth. What are we
Yes.
trying to say here?
What is it that we're trying to ask? When we say, where are you speaking from? We are actually asking something else. And what is that, Ashish?
And what we're trying to find out here is where the person is situated. Yes, where is the person? From.
Where is the person from?
Yes.
Okay.
So, where are you speaking from is incorrect. We won't say, if we need to get a response, if the person is in Chandigarh, Jalandhar, Phagwara, wherever, that's the response we want. Yes?
Yes.
So, we need to ask him or her, where are you? Yes, where are you calling from?
Calling from.
Where are you
Exactly.
calling from? Because the speech is the mechanical movement of the mouth to give us sounds. So, where are you speaking from? From where I always speak, my mouth. Yes, but at the moment I'm calling you from, or I am in a particular place that you are.
Okay. Another very common mistake people make is they say, especially while giving their phone numbers, they will say 99, 88, 11, 33, 22, 00.
Yes.
Now, that's really not acceptable. That's not how you're supposed to speak. You're supposed to speak the number out like
00 or 99.
exactly. There's no doubling there. You don't say 99. You don't say 11. That's not really an acceptable thing to do in English.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a very Indian way of speaking. Again, it comes under the common Indian errors.
Especially over the telephone, when you're giving your number out to anyone, please don't say 00, 11, 22. Just say 00, 11, 22. Each number has to be individually said, even if it has to be said twice over.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another very common error is where is your residence?
Yes.
Okay. Where is your residence? Everybody asks. Or, when you're talking about your own self, you'll say, my residence is in Phagwara.
Yes.
Or my residence is in Hoshiarpur.
Yes.
Now, what's wrong with this, Ashish? The residence.
The residence, well, according to official, it's more official of a residence. Like the president's residence is the president's palace in New Delhi, or the governor's residence. You see, it's more official that when we use the word residence.
Yeah, I think when we use residence, it should be used in relation to maybe a chief minister or a prime minister or a king. The king resides, the prime minister resides. We mere mortals, we just exist in our homes. We
Yes.
live in our homes. So whenever you want to give your home address, don't say my residence address is.
Yes.
You will say my home address is. Similarly, when you're giving your phone number, that is your home phone number, you'll not say my residence phone number is.
Yes.
You will say my home phone number is. Residence is only for the kings and the,
It's higher. It's more official.
Yes.
It's more official
so
to say residence.
you will not
yes.
say the word residence, but you will say the word home instead. Okay. Then another common mistake people say, okay, choose or say they will say pick the right option.
Yes.
So that's not correct. I think it should simply be choose the right option or
Yes.
choose the correct option.
Choose the
Isn't
correct
it?
option. I think we
Okay.
skipped one there. Give me
yes.
or give you a ring.
Yes.
I'll give you a ring at 6 o'clock and I'll be married then. Yes? Is that what we're trying to say? I'll give you a ring at 3:15. Very specific. But what are we trying to say here when we
See,
say...
when we Indians, we generally, I've heard
Give
almost
me a
everybody
ring.
say, give me a ring. Now, give me a ring, we mean to say that give me a call or call me at 3 o'clock. But
Call.
the moment you say give me a ring, it means, I really want to get engaged or get married to you, so please give me a ring.
Yes.
So that's a wrong expression completely. You want someone to call you, you'll say, please call me at so and so time.
Please call me.
Okay.
Not I'll give you a ring or give
me a ring.
Yes.
You'll not use this word.
Unless you want a ring from the specific person. Yes.
And how many rings can you really get? Okay, the next one is going to go.
Going to go. How many times have we heard this sentence,
Yes.
or this expression, going to go? I'm going to go at 3:15. Going
Yeah.
to go. What do you mean by going to go? What are we trying to say here? We're talking about the future and the future of the future of the future? What
Yeah.
are we trying to say with
I
going
don't know,
to
it's
go?
just wrong, and I think a person should just say, I'm going.
I'm
at
going
3.
at 3.
Yeah.
Or I will go
We
at 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will go at 3
At
rather
3.
than going to go.
Yes.
Okay? All right. Another common mistake we make is we say, I gave an exam. Okay? Or I will give an exam. You don't give an exam, you
Take an exam. Well, your students will take an exam and you as teachers will give an exam to them.
Yes.
But you have to make sure that students know the difference between are they going to give or take an exam. Okay? But it's because of the translation from the Hindi or the regional language saying exam dene ja raha hu. So you always say in English as well, you give an exam, whereas a student or the person who's going to write the exam is going to take
an
the
exam.
Yes.
So you can sensitize your
Of
students
course.
towards that.
Whereas you as teachers are giving the exam. Yes.
Exactly. Okay, the next one is speak loudly. What's wrong with this one, Ashish?
Now, speak loudly is incorrect. If we need to ask someone to speak a little with the higher volume, we should say, could you please speak louder?
Exactly. Yes? Speak loudly. I mean, that's not the correct expression.
Absolutely incorrect expression.
And mostly I've heard people say, speak loudly, instead of speak louder.
And like we said, a little more politeness.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Please speak louder. Yes.
Exactly. So the next one is backside.
Yes.
Did we mention it earlier?
I think we've done this one earlier.
No, we left it out. So what does backside mean?
The backside is, I think we've seen this in many addresses as well, that, when it's written, oh, my shop is at the backside of, say, Neelam Theatre, at the backside of anything, of the post office, like when we did directions. We never did once mention backside, now did we? No. So what are we trying to say with backside here?
See, people use it just to tell that something is behind something.
Okay.
Okay, it's behind. Suppose, you're going by the map, you could have said that something was behind the school. What was behind the school, Ashish, in that map?
I think it was gymnasium. No.
Auditorium. The auditorium was behind the market, for behind the school, I guess. But you can't say backside of the school.
Yes.
That's the problem. Backside is only your back, this side.
As the backside or what we are sitting on.
The physical part of your body.
Yes.
It can be something you're sitting on, or this. And
is not the backside. Yes.
So please don't use this expression. It's really funny. Especially when people say, I've heard people say something like, किधर से रास्ता है तुम्हारे आने का, बैक साइड से आ जाना, हाँ, मैं बाइक किधर खड़ी करूँ, वो बैक साइड पे कर दे.
Exactly.
बैक साइड पे कोई बाइक नहीं पार्क हो सकती.
Can't really park something here. We can park something, but it will not be really comfortable. Yes. So it's at the back. Please remember, at the back. Also, when you're talking about writing something, I'll write it at the back side of the book. Or please remember, even students use it so many times. उसके बैक साइड पे लिखते मैं देख लूंगा. Something we have to get rid of.
Say, write it on the back page.
At the back. At the back of the book, or on the last page of the book. Okay. Anything can be used. Even like the board here, the whiteboard at the back.
Yes, exactly.
At the back and not at our backside.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because our backside, the board would be sitting somewhere
here, which is not the case. Yes.
Okay. The other one is, I cook myself, or I laugh myself. The expressions that we use all the time. What do you like to do? I cook myself. Now, what's wrong with that?
Well, to me, if someone said I cook myself, I would like to see all the organs are there or not, because maybe one day I'm chopping off a finger and cooking myself. No, you don't cook yourself. That means that you put yourself into a little pot and put the steamer on and you're cooking yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I like to cook by myself would be the right expression.
By myself would be the correct expression here. I cook by myself. Yes.
Or I laughed to myself.
I laughed by myself. Yes, again here.
If you are all alone and you're laughing
yes.
At something, you'll say, I laughed by myself.
By myself.
Okay,
yes.
Good. Another very important thing that I come across is, especially when I'm interviewing students, they say, I like to play games.
Now that is a very negative way of saying something.
Exactly.
Yes.
I like to play games would mean that, you like to kind of...
You're devious and, yes.
So instead of saying games, I think what they're trying to say is sports. Either if they are outdoor sports, people have to say, I like to play outdoor sports. Or if they play indoor games, then they have to specify indoor.
Indoor games.
They can't say that I like to play games, because playing games is a very negative statement.
Yes.
Okay, though it's not here, but I'm reminded of another one. I like to get fresh. When I ask a lot of students in the morning, tell me how did you spend your morning? They say, then I get fresh. Or I got fresh. Now, what does that mean?
Oh, that is, again, not very polite and not very nice. And especially something that you won't use in a professional situation, that I get fresh.
Yeah.
What we're trying to say here is...
what the person is trying to convey to us is that he got ready.
Yes.
Okay? But the moment you say, I get fresh, it means maybe you were flirting with someone, or you were being...
Or being inappropriate behavior with someone. Yes, I was acting fresh with someone.
Exactly.
Inappropriate behavior.
So please remember, acting fresh or getting fresh, has a very different connotation.
It's a very negative connotation.
Yes, than what you actually have to say, like, I got ready. I
freshen up.
Yes, I freshen up.
Yes.
Or I got ready for the day.
The morning, yes.
So please do remember this and try and sensitize your students towards this, because one of the most common errors that I hear, at least at the time of the interview. Okay, the next one is searching him.
Yes.
I was finding him.
I was finding him. You were finding him what? It's an incomplete sentence. I was finding him boring. I was finding him interesting. What are we trying to say
What
here?
we're trying to say is that I needed to talk to that person, so I was kind of, thinking
so-
where he was, so I went around looking for him.
So the easiest or the better option is I was looking for him.
Exactly.
And
So
not I was finding him.
Not I was finding him.
Yes.
I was finding him very boring. That may be the thing.
Yes,
that,
and I was looking for an escape.
Yes.
Yes. But for us it is, if you're looking for someone, if you're searching, then please use I am looking for him and not I am finding him or I'm searching him. Yes?
Okay. Another one to do with just sentence construct. Tomorrow we would be doing this.
Yes.
To make it simple, tomorrow we will do
We
this.
will do this.
Okay? Just keep it simple, stupid. There's a
Yes.
KISS principle,
Yes.
actually. Keep it simple, stupid. So whatever you have to speak, if you keep your language very simple and easy for people to understand, I think that's the job more than half done.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Another very critical one. Today morning. Yesterday evening.
Yes.
Okay.
Today morning I encountered a traffic jam. Yes. Or today morning I was acting fresh. Yes. No, that's absolutely incorrect.
What do you have to say? Instead of saying today morning,
You
can
should say this morning.
Exactly. This morning, I got up feeling very tired.
Please remember, whenever we are talking about the current day and we're talking about the current morning, then we have to say this morning I did this. That's what we have to use for this day.
And
Yes?
what about yesterday evening?
Yesterday, we've already used a part of the day here, so we can't say yesterday and then evening again, because was it evening or was it day? So you only can say yesterday I did this, but if you're talking about the evening, then you have to say last evening or the past evenings when you're talking about many things. The past evenings I have been going to the gym, meaning every evening for the past 5, 6, 7 days you've been going to the gym. But if you're talking about the one specific day, then you have to say the last evening.
Last evening.
The last evening.
कल शाम की बात करनी है तो last evening.
The last
okay?
evening.
आज सुबह की बात करनी है so this morning.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Another one is, okay, in the night we've already covered. It has to be in the night.
Yes.
No, it has to be at night.
Yes.
And then there's another one here, like yesterday night. Again, the same thing as yesterday evening.
Yes, because the same
It's
thing we
always
said
last
day
night.
here, so we can't use day and evening or day and night. So if either it's just yesterday, or if you're talking about night and evening, then it has to be the last night and the last evening.
Exactly. Can't be yesterday evening.
Yes.
Right?
Let's very quickly go through, because we've just about 10 minutes left. Let's just look at the 10 most common expressions. 1 minute for one expression.
Yes.
Yes. Some very important expressions. 24/7, 24 by 7. What does it mean?
A phrase that you'll hear very often these days in the globally changing world, actually.
Yes.
This just means round the clock.
Round the
okay?
clock.
You can access our website 24/7.
24/7.
That means you can access the website any time of the day or night.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not important to say 24 by 7. You can say
24/7.
24/7 is the best way to say it.
Yes.
Let's get the ball rolling.
Well, let's get started now.
Okay.
Yeah, it means that let's start whatever we want to do. So let's get the ball rolling. Let's start with the program.
Let's start with the program. To
Yes.
start, to begin anything, let's get the ball rolling. Take it easy.
Just relax.
Just relax.
Okay, instead of next time, when you have to say to someone, just relax, you can say, take it easy.
Take it
that means,
easy.
don't worry,
Yes.
Relax right now and we'll do it later.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, I'd like to sleep on it.
That means you need time to think. Okay? Or you need time to make a decision. So you can always say, I'll talk about this issue tomorrow. Let me sleep on it.
Let me sleep on it. You generally do not actually going to sleep on it. You just, if you need to buy time, you need to take some time. You can just say, okay, I'll sleep on it. Means you give them a decision later.
Yes.
Yes. I am broke.
Well, that's so true of most of us these days. It means I have no money.
Yes. Something the finance minister should be looking at when he's presenting the budget. Yes.
So
I am broke.
only people don't understand this expression, because broke means that like something is broken. No, but I am broke simply means I have no money. You have ran out of all your money. So your friend tells you, let's go shopping. It's the end of the month and you say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm broke.
I am broke. It comes from where? It comes from when we were small and we had these clay piggy banks, and you had to break that to get all your money out. That it was broken, so you said, I am broke.
Is it
that
so?
means
Wow.
there's no more money that I have. I've even used the money in my piggy bank.
That's such an interesting piece of information.
Yes, that's where
I
it comes
didn't know
from. I am
that.
broke. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, the next one.
Sharp. At
Well,
10 sharp.
So that means just don't be late.
Don't be late.
You know, I will be meeting you exactly at a particular time. So
Yes.
be there sharp at
10.
10.
Sharp means at that particular. Live like the back of my hand.
Okay, I know you like the back of my hand now after knowing you, after having known you for 10 years.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like you know someone so well, you're so familiar with a person that you can say like the back of my hand,
Like
because you can see the back of your hand all the time. So you're so familiar with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's how you use this common expression.
So, would you be able to give me a hand?
Definitely, I would love to help you.
Help.
Okay, so when you say give me a hand, it means that can you help someone?
Yes.
Someone is looking for your help.
Help.
Yes, of course.
Perfect. So these were some of the 10 most. Oh, we have 2 more. We have in ages. I've not done this.
Okay, this just means that for a long time. Like I haven't seen my friend in ages.
In ages.
So it means that I haven't seen my friend for a long, long time.
Okay.
Okay.
And sick and tired.
Well, I hate it. I don't
Okay.
like it.
If you
I'm
don't.
sick and tired of the food that I get at my home.
Okay. Sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of trying to do this. I'm sick and tired of doing it. Means that you don't like it at all. Something that's become too monotonous.
Yes.
I think we've had a wonderful session today.
Yes.
Where we've looked at a lot of things that are very common that we keep making mistakes with.
Yes.
But now have corrected, and we'll be able to do it absolutely correctly till the next time.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's just last bit of it left. Let's go through it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go through it.
Okay. Expressions related to clothes.
Yes.
To hit someone below the belt.
Well, that means that you. What would it mean to hit someone below the belt?
It means when you are not playing according to the rules.
Yes, you're being unfair. Actually,
Unfair.
that's what it means. When you
Okay.
are being unfair to someone,
Yes.
you hit someone below the belt. But under your belt, to have something under your belt means that you have some achievement,
Okay.
which is going to help you later in life.
Wonderful.
At some point. So see how the same article belt is being used, one as below the belt and one as under your belt, but with 2 different meanings
So,
altogether.
like after this training, the teachers would have had this training under
Under
their
their belt, because
Yes.
that's going to help them in future.
Okay.
Yeah?
So something
Okay.
positive is under your belt and something negative is below the belt.
Yes. Put on your thinking cap. Means
Means?
to start thinking about something.
Okay.
Yeah?
Put on a thinking cap
Yes.
means to think
Start-
about something.
Exactly.
She was dressed to kill. Means
Yes.
that she was wearing an armored suit.
No, not at all. It means that she was looking so good that people nearly died looking at her.
Yes. Hot under the collar.
That really means that you're angry.
Very angry. Yes.
Yeah.
He was
Okay.
hot under the collar because
Yes.
he gets really angry then. Fits like a glove.
Well, it means that it really fits. Like, for example, this profile fits this person like a glove. Okay? For example, if you're really suitable for something,
Yes.
you say you fit into that profile like
A
a
glove.
glove. Okay?
But at the drop of a hat, we will have to give them a break soon.
Okay.
What is the drop of a hat?
Immediate.
Immediately, we need to give you a break.
Okay.
Because I think they are bursting at the seams. What does that mean? That we have stretched the limits.
Exactly.
Yes.
And bursting at seams can also mean overcrowded.
Overcrowded, bursting at the seams. We've
So
had a
that's-
wonderful session.
Yes.
We've been bursting at the seams. I hope you've enjoyed today's session, and we'll see you later. We'll take a 5-minute breather now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.